Well, hey everybody, this is Sasa. Whew! And this quarantine is not easy, but you know what? For everybody who's staying home, working at home, I'm glad you guys can actually relate to me because I've been home. This is my second day in quarantine, and guess what, man? I did a lot of work today. So basically, what I'm gonna talk to you guys about, giving you like maybe 5 tips of what has been, successful to me, or what has worked for me in a way to be able to go through this quarantine. So the first one I can tell you right now, it's I get up in the morning. When I get up in the morning, I take a shower. I do everything just like if I'm going to work, man. I shower, I dress up, try to look nice, just like I do every day at work. After that, I drink some coffee, get ready, like if I'm going to go do the podcast live. After I do that, then just, all the way to 10, from 10 to 11, I come in, I work on some files. I had to scan some files. I have a lot of files to scan. And that's what we're doing right now. We're scanning some files so we can put them into the spreadsheet and we can do, transfer them to the CRM system. So that's what we're working on. We're making our time productive right now. And we're not killing time. We're just making things so that when everything is over, we have, a list of clients to follow up, maybe new prospects, maybe new clients, something that we can, do some calling. And then second, what I do, it's during work hours, I try not to, just be on the keyboard, on the mouse, on the computer, or text messaging. I try to, be able to, from time to time, pick up the phone and make the phone call to either the client or to the providers. I get in there and I start, talking to them. Just like if I was in the office, man, I make the phone call. I know we get used to just emailing and text messaging and doing all of this stuff. But if you pick up the phone and you call somebody, it helps you to, have someone listening to you and maybe have a conversation and kind of catch up with them and just ask them, man, how you guys are doing with Corona? How you doing this and that? And they'll help you, man. They'll go out there and they'll feel the same way and they'll tell you things so it makes you feel like you're not alone. So many times I tell you I feel lonely. I feel like, man, like nobody in here around me, but it helps a lot to hear somebody else. Take a break. Third, let's talk about this, taking a break, man. You got to take a break from time to time. Like I take a few breaks. I try not to stay just right here on the computer because it bothers me. So I get up, I go outside my front door. I actually just kind of like take a deep breath, fresh air, look at the sun, just kind of look around and just kind of get my mind somewhere else for a second. Matter of fact, I go in my backyard right now and I just look at my grass and I start saying like, man, it's time for me to cut the grass. This weekend I'm going to work on that. Or I look at the garden and say, hey, I need to work on this garden. So things like that will help me, and get new ideas in my head so I can start working on my free time. 4, man, you gotta take this like if you're at work, man. Basically, if you need a break, just go get you a coffee, come in back. Just stretch, give yourself a pump. Like I'll stretch it up, I do this, I jump, I say, okay, let me get back in this. And that helps you. That way you feel like you have something going for yourself. Because remember, number one thing is you have to be able to feel like, you motivated to finish this. Leave your bag for gym. If you're going to do the workout, if you're going to do some yoga, cook your lunch. Like if you prepare your lunch a day before and you have it ready, just like you're taking lunch at work. I know my brother takes lunch to his office, so I will be doing the same. I'll prepare my lunch a day before and just have it ready for the next day. I did that yesterday, so, it was really good for today's lunch. 5th, man, get enough sleep at home. Like whenever you finish, don't stay all night till 2 or 3 in the morning watching Netflix or being lazy at home and just chilling. That's not going to help you because then you're going to get up tired when you wake up in the morning. So get your hours of rest, do what you got to do, but when you go home, when you go to bed, sleep your 8 hours because it's important to get enough rest. During the day, take some breaks. I take a few breaks here and there because you feel like if you're working all the time and you're doing it, you're not being productive because your body needs a few breaks. It helps for you to take a few minutes, a few breaks, because it makes you kind of think differently. It makes you kind of look at things a little different from time to time. People say, man, Sasa, how do you do about the kids, man? I'll tell you one thing, like, I'm blessed. I don't have any children that are small at the house. My kids are grown. But if I had kids, I'll sit down, I'll talk to them before the day starts. I'll tell them that they need to respect, or during my break, I'll go out there and have a meeting with them, tell them, hey, I'm working. I'm gonna have a meeting at this time. I'm gonna talk to a client. You guys need to be quiet, be respectful, and let them know that you're here. You're still the leader in the house, and they need to respect. Kids listen, man. If you talk to kids, they're gonna listen to you. So that's what I would do. I don't understand how I see in TV some parents, kids are jumping, running around, this and that. Ay bendito, man. Y'all don't know me, man. I would have been, whew, I would have went off on my kids if something like that would have went. They need to respect. My kids never did that. I'm thankful to that. They always respected. In the days that I worked at home, they knew I had to talk to clients. They knew that they needed to be quiet. As a matter of fact, they will walk around the kitchen and they will walk like real quiet, respectful. That's what I will tell you to do. Just have a talk with them, man. Let them know you're at work. You're not playing around. You're not here, not doing anything. And one thing that helped me to talk to my kids, that I would tell them, look, son, I'm working, man. You know how you want those new shoes? You know how you want those video games? You know how you want that? Well, I gotta work to provide for you. I gotta work to buy you those things. So if you don't respect, then I'm not gonna have a job. And then they listen and they're like, no, you're right, Daddy. That's one advice that I will tell you to do that I did when I had children. But anyways, be productive. See, like myself, I look at files and then I say, okay, that's what I have to work. I get them ready and I just start working. And that's how I do. Take my lunch. The time that I would take lunch, that's the same time I would take lunch. I kind of know the breaks, like whenever 3 o'clock comes in, I'd go make a little coffee, kind of feel like I'm finishing my day, but never turn the TV on to go ahead and start watching Netflix and watching other things, because then you start getting lazy. How do you avoid being lazy? Hey, stay focused. Stay focused. This is only going to be temporary. And you have to be disciplined. How? Don't eat too many things. Like, I know we eat a lot of, bad things like, man, hot Cheetos and all these other things you have at the house. Don't eat those. Right now, just focus on getting this done. Believe me, this is going to be normal afterwards. As much as you do it every day, it becomes a routine. And then you get so used to it that you don't even feel it anymore. Anyways, you guys, hey, this is your boy Sasa. I'm glad you guys spent a few minutes here from my house, from the love, from me to you. I want to go ahead and tell you guys, stay safe. Man, don't go out there and just, be careful. And that's all I can tell you, man. You guys, we'll be back soon in the studio where you guys can see us live. And we'll be doing our podcast live as well with you guys. Blessings, blessings from a brother to another brother, from a brother to a sister. Ciao. Take care. Bye-bye.